St. Mary's is one of the original mission churches. We've been here for over 100 years. We were designated as a mission parish. The diocese recognized that there were certain parishes which needed to be present. And there were churches that probably, because of economics, would not be able to support a priest. So we were one of the churches, and we've been so since then. We started meager means. We started like every other African American Episcopal Church. The larger church decided that, they didn't want us there, so we established a place for us to be. We began our fruit cupboard, and that's our longest running ministry. In about 2016 or 17, we began a relationship with the Ferdy Belvis Christian School over there. We started out doing summer camp, and now we do early learning summer programs for students. School system in Chester is not the best. The city is probably among the poorest and not the poorest in the state of Pennsylvania.
It was very emotional for me. There are two boys, two twins over here.
This young man was really struggling, and he looked emaciated. I thought he was, for an 8-year-old, he was way too depressed to me. And so, my heart said, ask him to come to church. You need acolytes, so would you like to come and help? And he said, yeah. So I talked to his mom, and she said, yeah, she'd been looking for things for them to do. Then when I came into the church, and they came upstairs, and they looked around and said, I've never been inside of a church before. But I was so happy that I followed God's lead and said, ask him to come. Well, no. And they were so exciting. A few years ago, we began observing the senior housings in the city. We have several here. Of the 5 or 6, we go to 4 of them. 3 of them we go to every week. The other 2, they only want food once a month. Those numbers have been increasing. You make a lot of bags for people throughout the city. This building is for God's people. And so the reason we have chairs here, the reason we chose chairs over pews was so that we could use this space. We need to begin building up a foundation for the future, so there's no question in anyone's mind as to whether or not we are a viable community. We are a viable community. Just like that little kid came in here and said, I've never been here, one. And I don't know if he'd ever been invited, but it's about just inviting. So come to church. Come to church. Yes, you are invited to come into church.